Hey guys, what's up? We're on a new job today. We are doing patio. It's a little hard to see, but we've got a bunch of marks here for the radius. It's gonna be 16 feet in diameter. But I just went through and did some elevations, kind of found my high side because we're gonna work from that side, so we can kind of flatten the area around it. We got this rock here that we're going to flip and use the side that's facing us now kind of as a seating platform, but we're going to put on the edge. We're not going to build the patio into it, but we're going to put it next to it, so that'll be a little feature, which is going to be nice. And then there's going to be a 4-foot fire pit in the middle here, so should only take us a couple days, but let's get right into it. All right, guys, almost done digging up the grass for the patio here. It looks like there's nice material underneath that we will be able to use for the edges afterwards. Shouldn't have to bring in any loam, but we'll dig this down another 4 inches or so, 6 inches, get our base in, and so we can stockpile some of this good material off on the side, which will be nice. Save the customer a little money, make it a little easier on us, one less truckload. And I mean, the grass here grows like crazy, so it's obviously not like it's sandy material. It's not super rocky. There's some rocks, but nothing crazy. But we have one irrigation line that is going to be moved right there. Tom's working on kind of moving that now. That'll just go around the patio, around the outside there, and then we'll put a head there to fix it. So but we kind of anticipated that. They do have a leak. They have a bad head, and they're in another part of the front yard that we're gonna fix afterwards anyways, so not a big deal. I'm over digging this by roughly a foot on each side, so that'll give us plenty of space to work with, to overlay, to be able to make our circle, and then to be able to obviously do like our edging and everything. Alrighty guys, so we are all dug out now. We had a little over 2 loads. If we didn't have like this tight access and everything, I probably could have done it in 2, but I went a little lighter on them just so that we didn't make any big ruts, we didn't get stuck, whatever. But we are dug out. I'm gonna go over and compact this now, pull out some of the bigger rocks, then we're gonna put some stabilizer fabric down, because this is still kind of sandy, loamy kind of stuff. And then we're gonna start building up our base. So we're gonna put 6 to 7 inches down of 3/4 inch stone, compact that, get that all dealt with, and then figure out exactly where our screed layer is going to go. But let's start with the compacting and go from there. All right, guys, we got stabilizer fabric down after getting the whole thing compacted. Tom is going to bring the truck over here. We're going to get the 3/4 inch stone dumped in here, get it spread out, figure out how much more we might need, get that layer compacted as somebody goes and gets some more, and then we'll be screeding pretty soon. It's 10:20, so we've been here for 2.5 hours. Once we actually started, got all the equipment here, blah blah blah. So we'll be screeding by lunch. So it's a quick one, but let's keep going. All right, guys, we got some stone down. I'm waiting on another load. I just went through with the transit and just kind of marked what we're short a little bit. So we need just kind of in this corner, this edge where kind of the shortest, but basically our slope is kind of going to go that way because over right behind that box of the transit, it drops down and then it flows through the woods out. So we're probably just gonna have like a 2-inch pitch going that way, make it a little easy on us. But we have screed ready in one truck. I got 2 yards of stone coming in the other. But we'll be laying this thing pretty soon. So I'd say 1 o'clock. It's 11:40 now. So we're cruising through it, but just got to keep going. All right, guys. Cut. All right, guys. We are laying pavers. We got the whole screed bed done. It pitches out this way. But we got Tom in the truck giving us brick. Me and Kevin starting to lay. Should go pretty quick, but we'll just put a time lapse on this thing and get through it nice and quick. All right, guys, we're back for day 2. This is what we got done yesterday. That's one full pallet of block right there. We got Tom up in the truck now. He's cutting open the second pallet. We're gonna start getting into that. We're gonna get everything laid, overlay the circumference and everything, and then obviously go back, mark it afterwards. But we are just shy of 16 feet, basically from this block all the way across. It's like one block on each side to get to that 16. So we're pretty close. Still got obviously a little bit more to go here, but we're gonna blast it out. Kevin's not here. He's mowing. So me, Tom, and Eddie. But let's get this thing rolling. Perfect time for an update, guys. So the whole thing is now laid. You saw us go through. We used the those are actually electrical fish sticks that we use that are super flexible to get the radius. We got everything marked out. We know our edge. We know where we need to fill in some more. We got our center mark here. So you saw us go around measuring everything, making sure we were good. So that is our center point for when we go to put our fire pit in. We'll need to remove some blocks there and inlay that into the patio, cut it, whatever. But you can see the line. So like this block will be extra. That block will have just a tiny corner cut off and we could use the rest somewhere else. But we're gonna get this rock moved and that's gonna go here and kind of be used as a seating sitting rock. Try and get it as close as we can. It's not gonna be right on the edge of the patio, but we're gonna get it as close as possible. And while I'm doing that, Tom is going to go around and start filling some of the edges, moving some block around, getting everything kind of where we need to, and then we can start cutting after that. So let's go. Well, the rock is in place. Fit perfectly. Went well. We got a couple just like paver shims down in there, but that was pretty easy. We wanted to put the rock in first because if we put it in after getting the pavers set, compacting, doing poly sand, all that stuff, and we messed anything up, it would have been a bigger pain. So there's not really a lot that we have to work around. It saves us a little bit of material, and it's gonna work out well. It's kind of shaped like a little bowl on top anyways. Needs a little bit of a cleaning, but kind of shaped like a bowl, so they could sit on it. It works well. Tried it out. It's all good. So gonna finish getting all these empty spots on the sides figured out, and then we will start cutting. Well, we are all ready to cut. We got everything marked out. We have everything overlaid. We've adjusted for all the corners. This is going to be our gap for the rock, so a couple inches at the closest, which is nice. We're just going to get set up with the saw, the blower. We're not going to turn the water on for it because we want to be able to poly this today, and I think with the slurry of going through cutting it is going to make a mess. So Tom's coming with the blower. Just going to move the truck out of the way, move the excavator a little bit so we don't cover them in dust, and then we're going to start cutting this thing up. So obviously try not to mess anything up, but only one thing to do. Let's get to it. Well, another update. It is now after lunch. The mowing guys came by, so we moved everything for them. We went and got lunch while they mowed here, so I'm the first one back. We started to get the fire pit kind of figured out. We just wanted to kind of see how it was all going to go together and everything. Now that I'm back, I'm going to go through and I'm going to measure to 4 sides, make sure it's as center as possible, and then we will get all the block moved out from underneath. We'll get stone put down in there, and we'll start start gluing the first layer. So there's going to be 5 layers to be 15 inches tall, but let's get this centered. first and foremost. Well, that is end of day 2. Unfortunately, we will have to come back for a little bit tomorrow, but it's just going to be loam. But here we go. So, got the fire pit all done. Got the sleeve inside. It's all glued. We obviously went through, polyed the whole patio. Washed it down a couple times, make sure everything was able to set in. And there we go. We're gonna fill the stone up a little bit more, so probably another 3 or 4 inches. And then we're gonna put some stone around the rock, basically from like kind of like here, probably at an angle, and then probably kind of the same thing, just because we don't obviously want to loam in front of it. It's not going to look very good having that grass grow up and stuff. If you forget to weed whack it or whatever, it's just going to look bad. So it's the same stone that is around the house and the drip edge, so it's all going to match. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to come back and finish loaming everything. I was hoping we were going to be able to finish everything today, but we had a little snafu. Somebody, unfortunately, couldn't come to work again. So Kevin, that you guys saw yesterday, went mowing, and so it was just 3 of us today. But we busted out everything we could, so we have 2 hours of loaming tomorrow. Not too bad, but they're just putting a couple other things away. Just wanted to give you guys one more update, and as long as everything goes smoothly, last update tomorrow, we'll be out of here. At some point though, they do want to put on this side, they want to put like a hammock. So they have a volleyball court, and they want to just basically replicate the posts and put a couple posts in the ground, get a swing hammock, put some lights on those so they have a little something here. And then they're obviously going to get some patio furniture and whatever, but it's going to look great. So cool. See you guys in the morning.